Hi, kids. So, game plan for the hour. You're going to watch this video lesson where I go over 4 of the 9, I think, questions on here. So, please write down whatever I have down so you have them as examples. And then I'm going to just make sure that you watch this video. So, you're getting points for watching the video and for doing this worksheet. So, a double whammy. Lucky you. Okay. So, I know I kind of went through all this stuff pretty quick yesterday. So, just try your best. And we're going to do this again on Friday when I'm back with you. So it'll be all fine, okay? So your worksheet looks like this, that bright pink one, right? Graphing quadratics. I'm going to move to a file here so I can write and help you. Okay. So let's do number 1. It says find the vertex of each function. So remember, we're going to plug into negative b over 2a. Okay, remember that's like our little formula. So if we label here, a is 1. And if you notice, folks, do I have an x term here? No, our b is 0, and our c is negative 4. So now we're going to plug in. So opposite of my b, well, there's nothing opposite 0, so it's just going to be 0 over 2 times my a value of 1. So 0 over 2. You guys, what's 0 divided by 2? Just a big old goose egg. Okay? So as of right now, we just found our x term to be 0. Now we got to find that y, right? You guys remember how to find y? Yep, you plug back in to your equation. So wherever I see an x, I'm going to plug in 0. So I'm going to have 0 squared minus 4. Well, we know 0 squared is just 0 minus 4, negative 4. So we just found the vertex of number 1 to be 0, negative 4. You guys do number 2, but let's do number 3 together as well, okay? So again, we're plugging into negative b over 2a. Let's label our a, b, and c. Our a is 1. Our b is negative 6. And our c is 9. From here, opposite our b. So what's opposite, you guys? Negative 6. It's a positive 6. 2 times 1. Now we simplify. 6 divided by 2, we know is simply 3. Okay, so we found our x coordinate of our vertex is 3. Now how do we find our y coordinate? We plug in. Oh, sorry, kiddo, it's just 1 second here. Okay, so we're going to have, remember, anywhere you see an x, you plug in that 3. So 3 squared minus 6 times 3 plus 9. Now we just have to kind of work through it. Again, if you're really good at typing this into your calculator, go for it. If you need to break it down, break it down. 3 squared, so 3 times 3 is 9. Negative 6 times 3 is negative 18 plus 9. Now if we type this into our calculator, 9 minus 18 plus 9, that just give us a big old goose egg, so 0. There you go. We found our vertex. Okay, so you just have to do number 2 on this top part, okay, on your own. So find the vertex of that one. Now let's try some graphing ones together. Let's start with number 4. It's kind of a weird one. So first we have to find our vertex. So again, you guys, negative b over 2a. So if we label our a, b, and c, a equals 1. There is no b, right? There's no x term. And c equals negative 9. So if we plug in here, our b is just 0. 2 times 1 is just 2. We know 0 divided by 2 is just 0. So you guys see how they have like a box that's kind of bolded more on your worksheet? That's where they want your vertex to go, okay? So throw that in there. So throw in that 0. So 0 goes here. Now we plug in to find our y. So 0 squared minus 9. We know 0 squared 0 minus 9, so just negative 9. There we go. So we just found our vertex to be 0, -9. So let's graph that just so we can see. So 0 is just in the middle, and we're going to go down 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, now remember, you're going to pick numbers to plug into our equation. So I think the easiest would be like 1, 2, 3. And then remember, go the other way, -1, -2, -3. Okay, let's start with the easy one. Let's go positive. So let's plug in 1. So we're going to have 1 squared minus 9. Well, we know 1 squared is 1 minus 9 equals -8. So we plugged in 1 and we got -8 out. So we're going to go over 1, down 8. All right, our next one we're plugging in is 2. So 2 squared is 4, minus 9 is -5. So we plugged in 2, we got -5 out, so let's plot that point. Right 2, down 5. Now let's plug in 3. 3 squared, you know, is 9. 9 minus 9 is a big old goose egg, 0. So go over 3 and then down 0, so just right there. But folks, remember the best part about parabolas is that they are symmetric, right? So since these points match, they're going to give you the same output. So that's going to be -8. And same with our 2 and -2. They're the same distance away from the vertex, so they're going to have the same output, -9 and then 0. So that makes those really easy to graph. So now we can graph the point -1, -8, -1, down 8. And look, remember, these should line up like this, right? They should be the same, on the same level. That's how you know you did it right. Okay, -2, -5, left 2, down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, again, they checked out. That works. And then our last one, -3, 0. Now we can make our parabola, that U shape. You have to connect it. And now we can decide, is this a max or a min? Since it's on the bottom, right, it's hollowing out down here, it's in the valley, that would be your minimum point. So don't forget to circle that. Okay, let's do one more. I think it's the very last one, number 9. Okay, here we go. So let's identify our A, B, and C. A is -1, B equals -4, C equals -4. Okay, let's find our vertex. So -b over 2a. So what's opposite our b? Would be +4 over 2 times -1. 2 times -1 is -2. 4 divided by -2 is -2. So we just found that our x coordinate is -2. So put that in the bolded box, right? Now we got to plug in to find our y. Okay, here we go. So we're going to have -2 squared, the minus out front, -4, -2, -4. Okay, so -2 squared, you guys, would be 4, but if this minus out front makes it automatically negative. Okay. Now we're taking -4 times -2. That's a +8 minus 4. Now if we add those together, -4 plus 8 minus 4 is just 0. So we found our vertex to be -2, 0. So we can plot that. Okay, so now we can pick some other points. Let's do -1, 0, 1, -3, -4, -5. Okay, I like using the smaller number, so I'm going to use that -1. So let's plug in. So we're going to have minus -1 squared minus 4 times -1 minus 4. Okay, -1 times -1 is positive, but that minus out in front makes it a -1. -4 times -1 is a positive 4 minus 4. So we should get -1 as our final answer. So just remember, if I get a -1 here, I'm also going to get a -1 there. So now we can plot that point. And we can plot -3, -1. Yep, things are checking out. Good job. Okay, let's plug in 0. This will be nice. Plug in a 0 everywhere you see an X. Well, 0 squared, you guys, is 0, and you can't have a -0. It's just 0. -4 times 0 is just 0. And then minus 4. So 0 minus 4 is just -4. So plugged in 0, got -4 out, and that would be the same because they're matching spots. So let's go over to 0 and then down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then our last one here, kids, is 1. Okay, 1 squared is 1, but that negative up front makes it negative. -4 times 1 is -4, minus 4 more. Oh boy. We're going to get what, -9? -9 goes in both of those spots, so go to the right 1, down 9. Same thing over here. There we go, kids, we did it. And now you can make your parabola. So now is your vertex a max or a min? Since at the top of the hill, it would be a max. I know this stuff's confusing, and I know it stinks that I'm not there, so help each other out. Do what you can. We will revisit this tomorrow when I'm in school. Have a super night. Be good for the sub, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Bye.